she's attracted, and everybody here has been attracted to a conference that is about treason. Because we all know, what we all agree on is that the country has been sidetracked, waylaid. Some people hijacked, and the primary event was 9/11, and what followed was a litany of crimes that we'll cover over the course of this talk. Okay, so the good news is that the United States Constitution was built for you. It was built exactly for people who are controversial, who are of good intent, who love the country, who love peace. The US Constitution was not made for the corrupt. It wasn't made for warmongers. You know, we're a country that for better or for worse, was based on the Judeo-Christian tradition. And I don't need to remind you, but you know, war is not a good thing. Anybody that's been in a war knows this, and I feel that it's really the destiny of this country to overcome the current oppression that we're underneath this US military-industrial intelligence complex, and get into a new era in which the USA can lead the way in terms of nonviolence and peace and understanding and enlightened communication between peoples. And I believe it's in our makeup. I really believe that the Bill of Rights is literally a unique document. The Bill of Rights is a product of the Enlightenment. Locke and Voltaire and Enlightenment people. I mean, name another state that's based on the negation of the state. Name another state that has as one of its founding documents the restraint of state power. That is what the Bill of Rights is all about, people. The Bill of Rights isn't about America first, America is great. No, it's actually extremely radical, because the Bill of Rights is saying these are all of the rights that the people have, and the government cannot restrict freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the right of the people to peaceably assemble and petition the government for the redress of grievances. So, I personally have a background on the left. I'm also very much interested in people who talk about getting beyond the left-right paradigm, as you'll see over the course of this talk. So I'm honest about the fact that I've grown up in left politics, and my politics are kind of a hybrid. There's a foundation of left analysis, but I'm also interested in building the mass movement, because that's what we have undertaken here, as you can see this weekend. So the failure of socialism, and especially the fake socialists and the sectarian doctrinaire socialists, that has taught me this hard lesson. These people seek to undermine the Bill of Rights. They think the Bill of Rights is a corrupt, bourgeois, property document, and that really scares me, because I don't want dissent, free exchange of ideas to ever be squelched. And I'll come back to this and talk about this more when we talk about that section of the talk. So let's talk real quick about milestones in the 9/11 Truth movement. And there have been quite a few, up to the moment almost. I'd like to talk about the fact that AE 9/11 Truth has gotten 1,000 signatures on their petition. They submitted it to Congress. I'm going to just try to make this fit on screen here. That's right, AE 9/11 Truth, people. Good people. I'm going to hit that button there. Okay, hold on a second. Wait a minute, that was the wrong button. Here we go. That's better. All the research that I've done into US constitutional law, the highest law of the land, you really can't argue with the US Constitution, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter what kind of lawyer you are. The US Constitution is the highest law on the land, and it should be the last word in the law. So it really starts off, there's a preamble that explains what we're doing, and it talks about treason and misprision of treason. But what this does, in 2 pages, it presents the best form of evidence that I believe that we can present after 9 years of activism in this movement. A lot of it is the stuff you already know about, nanothermite, the Niles Harrit study, Dick Cheney, Norman Mineta, all the suppressed testimony, the CIA's connection to 9/11 hijackers, like Ziad al-Shara, but what I'm asking for today is that if you feel that there's reasonable doubt in the 9/11 official story, and I think there might be a couple of them there, then I'm asking you to sign on.
Oh shit, my bad, sorry.
Sign on, have your neighbor witness it, rip off the white, give me back the yellow, and then you take the white to a local authority a judge, could be a federal judge, or you can take the Massurian tack and go to a local judge. I personally think a federal judge would be better, but the law says, the misprision of treason law says it can be any judge or a prosecutor. It's a prosecutor, after all, that has the right to convene a grand jury, technically, unless we use the Fifth Amendment, which Bill Beal will go into. Yeah, and let me just re-emphasize, it's 2 pages. A page with the flag and the Constitution on it, and then a page with no graphics at all, with points 2 through 8. My point here is that we are going to, this is not a top-down movement, as you know. We are a starfish. And we've already got the norms, not the rules, but the norms written on our hearts. You know, the passion for truth and justice. And if you want to take 2 copies, take a copy back to your home, you can. We have some extra copies here. There'll be some extra copies up here.
Excuse me, do you want to just present this to a judge?
Yes.
Just don't say nothing, just here you go.
No. I'm not saying don't say nothing. In fact, I think you should articulate an eloquent cover letter using your own intelligence and creativity, which you could then...
I think that this is treason in America, and you should review this judge.
Absolutely.
That's what you want us to say.
And then put it in your calendar to do some follow-up, make a follow-up letter or a phone call.
All right.
Any more questions? Any administrative questions about this procedure? Did you have a question, sir?
Can we get some pens to go around? Anybody?
Yeah, you know what? That is one detail that I overlooked when I was thinking about buying a box of pens at Staples, and I failed to do so. I have 1 pen I can lend. Any of you need a pen? Want a pen? This is a Uniball Vision. This is my book signing pen, so. Nice catch. Come on, people, put your hands together for my brother with the athletic skills. Okay. Oh yeah, sure. The question over here was, am I supposed to just present this without saying anything? And I think, no. You are definitely empowered to use your own creativity and your own imagination, and whatever evidence is most compelling to you in a cover letter or in introductory comments. This has already been done, though. And you can see stories about this online. If you Google this guy reports about, I went to the judge, I went back to the judge, the gates of heaven will not open up to you, and angels won't sing, and the armies of light and truth are not going to come pouring out. I'm sure you're going to get plenty of resistance. This is why it's important to stay in touch and to support each other, and I'd love to get more report backs. I don't want you to think that you're alone or that this is the only part of our campaign. We have a larger grand jury convening plan using the Fifth Amendment and town hall meetings, but I'm going to yield on that to Bill Beal so he can explain that in more full detail. That is more of a comprehensive part of the plan that's going to be a little bit more focused on geographic areas. But no matter where you live, we need to find judges. Now see, in the Massurian trial, I was shocked, happily, about a modicum of sympathy that came from Judge Pomico in that case. And then sort of a light bulb went off. If, as we see from the Elizabeth Woodward and the other sources, public opinion is beginning to shift, at least ABC News is showing up here, and at least they have to demonize us with the Cass Sunstein stuff instead of ignoring us, So this shows, thank you so much. That shows something. It shows that if all 150 of us do this, the chances are likely that something good is going to happen. Probability is on our side. So I'm saying, whether or not you think this is going to work, please do it. To quote Gandhi, don't be married to outcomes. It's important to engage in experiments in peace and truth and not be married to any one particular outcome. Because we don't know the future. Nobody knows what could possibly happen from this. But it's a volatile political situation. And we've got the law on our side. And we have an extremely compelling set of evidence. This was originally drafted by activists in the 9/11 Truth Leaders teleconference, convened by Jonathan Mark. I want to give a public thank you to Jeffrey Orling, member of Architects and Engineers, for helping me draft this. He did an extremely professional edit. And with an architect's precision, he helped clean up some of the legal definitions that were very muddled in the earlier draft. So, but then we also had it vetted by an attorney, that means